Hello everyone, and welcome. Today's video is different. This is not drama for clout, not petty beef. This is a serious breakdown of what's been happening involving the content creator known as didnt and why people, including myself, felt compelled to speak out. If you're new to all this, don't worry. I'll explain from the very beginning. Let's start with who we're talking about. didnt is a content creator who mainly posts SML-style parody videos, plush content, and sometimes more random skit material. But beneath the surface of those uploads, a concerning pattern has emerged. Many in the community, myself included, started noticing inappropriate themes, odd posts, and behavior that crossed the line of what's acceptable, especially for someone drawing in a younger audience. This all came to light when he began posting about what he openly referred to as a both in videos and in his Discord server. Now, let's be clear. When people first called this out, it wasn't meant to mock him. It was meant to say, this isn't appropriate. You can't combine kid-friendly puppet content with jokes, period. He responded by saying he gave that stuff up. I gave up that 1 to 2 months ago. I apologize for doing that in my content. But just 3 weeks ago, he made another post, again with inappropriate implications. This wasn't months ago. He claimed to have moved on, but the posts say otherwise. I wanted to understand what was going on. And at first, he didn't know who I was. I asked him questions from a neutral point of view, and here's what he told me. No, I'm a 15 to 16-year-old teen. Some of those stuff were wrong in the photos, but to be honest, some of those things were just jokes that I made. That quote is key. He admits what he posted was wrong, but calls it jokes. Even when you're young, there are some jokes you just don't make online, especially not in public on a platform like YouTube with younger viewers watching. He then said, I'm not going to reply to any more drama. If I do, they'll reply back and say something like, why did you do a response video from my video without permission? Like, dude, you made a video about me and I didn't give you permission. This shows a lack of understanding about fair use, public commentary, and accountability. He posted about others. He made videos. But now that the spotlight's on him, suddenly it's unfair. Here's the thing. When I talked about him publicly, yes, I was the first to post. I blurred his profile picture and thumbnail to respect privacy. I wasn't out to humiliate. I wanted people to understand the facts. And even when I posted my own content, I never once claimed he was even though he insists people do. We didn't. What he seems to be doing is taking the most extreme accusation imaginable, being called and using that as a shield against the much more grounded criticism, that his content was inappropriate, and his behavior doesn't match his apologies. Let's talk about the video he posted in response. In that video, he cussed multiple times, including using the P word uncensored 4 separate times. I'm not exaggerating. He only age-restricted the video after I pointed it out. That's not accountability. That's reactive damage control. At some point, he found out who I was. And yes, I panicked. I got stressed. I even lied and said that I was YXPost and not YExpose. I own the YExPost channel. I won't deny that. But when I saw the conversation going nowhere, I blocked him, because I could see clearly that this wasn't going to end with him accepting responsibility. It was going to end with him spinning the narrative into a pity party. He brought up personal trauma. He talked about his grandmother's passing, about being autistic, about people betraying him in school. And while I don't doubt that he's gone through pain, many of us have, that doesn't erase the behavior he's displaying online. It doesn't erase the fact that his posts and videos made other people uncomfortable, confused, and even disgusted. You don't get a pass because you're hurting. We all have our struggles. You can be struggling and still be harmful to others. That's why we hold people accountable. That's why we speak up. So where does this leave us? Let's go over a few contradictions that show just how inconsistent this situation has become. He says, I quit months ago. Yet 3 weeks ago, he made another post with inappropriate undertones. Not months, weeks. He says, "People are making drama about nothing," but then calls the drama stupid, refuses to stop bringing it up, and constantly posts about how everyone's out to get him. You can't say you're moving on while still posting about the situation publicly every few days. He claims he's being harassed, but then makes sarcastic jokes about his dying cat, including responding to backlash by saying things like, "Why would my cat refrigerator? We might as well win the world record." Nobody found that funny. People were genuinely disturbed by the photo he posted. When he talked about whether the cat was in that image, he said, "I asked Google AI if my picture of my cat in the freezer looked dead in that picture, and it said no, because if it was dead, the fur would have felt different, like kinda hard or something, but in the picture, the fur still looks soft." That was his response. That's the level of seriousness he brought to something incredibly sensitive. Let's not forget the Discord situation. There were private channels, some previously labeled with disturbing themes. He says he removed them. He says he won't bring them back. But even hinting at reinstating that content or making it unclear whether it'll return is a red flag. We're not here to cancel. We're not here to harass. We're here because the content being posted and the behavior shown in response to criticism is something that cannot be ignored. This is about accountability. If your channel matters to you, if your dream is to keep uploading and building a community, then take responsibility. Acknowledge what was wrong. Make the changes. Move on for real. But if instead you keep blaming others or pretending the criticism is baseless, then don't be surprised when people continue to speak out. This isn't about hate. It's about protecting the spaces we all share. So to everyone watching this, whether you're a creator, a viewer, or someone just learning about this, remember this. You can hold someone accountable and still be respectful. You can care about fairness and still say, enough is enough. You can walk away from someone's content without wishing them harm. Let's be better than this. Let's demand more from others and from ourselves. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and speak up when it matters.